Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Super Sports Central. Today we have Sports News episode 55. So we will be covering news in the four major sports plus college football. To start off, the NHL, Calder Trophy winner Kirill Kaprizov signs a 5-year, $45 million contract with the Wild. He was previously on the Wild and he was a restricted free agent. Defenseman Zdeno Chara agrees to a 1-year contract with the Islanders, and Travis Zajac retires after signing a 1-day contract with the New Jersey Devils. In the NBA, Ben Simmons will not report to training camp, and he does not want to play in Philadelphia anymore. So I'm interested to see where Ben Simmons ends up, because it's just going to be interesting to see what the 76ers get for him and where Simmons ends up going. And J.J. Redick announces his retirement after 15 seasons. Let's go over to the MLB. Padres stars Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis Jr. get into an argument in the dugout. However, both of them have agreed to put that in the past and focus on making the playoffs. Dodgers outfielder Cody Bellinger was placed on the injured list with a fractured rib. A's pitcher Chris Bassett will return to the mound Thursday after being struck by a line drive in the face, and he had multiple facial surgeries and nasal fractures. There's 4 teams that have clinched a playoff spot already. Those 4 teams being the Brewers, the Dodgers, the Giants, and the Rays. And the best teams are the Giants, 98 and 53, the Dodgers, 97 and 54, and the Rays, 94 and 59. The worst teams, the Rangers, 55 and 96, Diamondbacks, 48 and 103, and the Orioles, 48 and 103. Over to the NFL. On the Saints Stadium, their Superdome, the roof caught on fire. So, one person was injured with minor burns. Broncos edge rusher Bradley Chubb will miss 6 to 8 weeks after having ankle surgery. The Eagles placed guard Brandon Brooks and defensive end Brandon Graham on the injured reserve. Guard Brandon Brooks has a pectoral injury, and Brandon Graham will miss the rest of the season with a ruptured Achilles tendon. Browns placed wide receiver Jarvis Landry on the injured reserve with an MCL sprain. So when a team places players on the injured reserve, it means they're going to miss at least 3 weeks, because you have to be on the injured reserve for at least 3 weeks. Rookie quarterback Davis Mills will start for the Texans this Thursday against the Panthers on Thursday Night Football. Starter Tyrod Taylor was placed on the injured reserve with a hamstring injury. Andy Dalton suffers a non-contact knee injury, and Justin Fields will make his first NFL start Sunday against the Browns. Tua Tagovailoa has a fractured ribs, multiple ribs, and backup quarterback Jacoby Brissett will start. Antonio Brown has been placed on the COVID reserve list. And every 49ers running back got injured against the Philadelphia Eagles last Sunday. Running back JaMychal Hasty suffered an ankle injury and has been ruled out for this Sunday's game against the Packers. Rookie running back Trey Sermon has a concussion. He may play or may not play. His status hasn't been it hasn't been said if he's been ruled out yet. And Elijah Mitchell has a shoulder injury. So Sermon and Mitchell have not been ruled out yet. Over to college football. Georgia beats South Carolina 40-13. Alabama beat Florida 31-29. Alabama jumped out to an early lead in this game, and Florida came back, and they could have tied it if they made the 2-point conversion. However, they did not, so it ended up 31-29. Alabama beat Florida. Notre Dame beat Purdue 27-13. This was another win for Notre Dame, but it was a win that shouldn't have been that close. They should have had it. It was still a 14-point game, but it should have been a little bit more, like 20 plus. And Notre Dame needs to perform very well this week because they're going up against a tough test, Wisconsin. Oklahoma beats Nebraska 23-16, and Oklahoma defensive back DJ Graham made an unbelievable interception, probably the best interception I've ever seen. Oregon beat Stony Brook easily with the 48-7 win. Oregon and Oklahoma actually switched with the 3 and 4 in the AP poll. So in my rankings, I had Oklahoma 3, Oregon 4, but I could see it either way. And I will put the link to my my rankings and updated playoff predictions in the description. Penn State beat Auburn 28-20. Penn State quarterback Sean Clifford was called for intentional grounding on a ball he threw down the field, and the receiver rang the wrong route. So, very rare intentional grounding penalty in this instance, because he was still in the pocket, but he threw the ball way downfield, and the receiver, Clifford and the receiver weren't on the same page, and he got called for grounding. So, it's not what you think of when you think of grounding, but he got called for it. Iowa beat Kent State 30-7. Clemson avoids an upset against Georgia Tech with a 14-8 win. Clemson was up 14-6. They made a goal line stand on 4th and goal. They got the ball at the 1-yard line. Instead of just pushing up the middle, like either with your running back or the quarterback, they put them in the gun, and the runner fumbles the ball, and he recovered the ball in the end zone, so it was a safety. And Clemson's very lucky because that could have been a Georgia Tech touchdown, which would have tied the game at 14, and the extra point would have won it. So Clemson got very, very lucky there. Texas A&M beat New Mexico 34-0. Cincinnati beat Indiana 38-24. Indiana quarterback Michael Penix threw an interception to seal the game for Cincinnati. Ohio State beat Tulsa 41-20, and Ohio State running back Travion Henderson had 24 carries, 277 yards, and 3 touchdowns, so a very good game for Henderson. Fresno State upsets UCLA by a score of 40-37. Fresno State quarterback Jack Hayner was injured. He had a hip injury, but he was still able to come out and lead the team on his final drive. And you could clearly see he was in a lot of pain. West Virginia upsets Virginia Tech 27-21. I predicted this game to actually Virginia Tech just avoid an upset, but they were not able to avoid the upset. West Virginia upset them. BYU upsets Arizona State 27-17. And in this game, there was a crazy play. So BYU threw an interception, and on the interception return, Arizona State fumbled the ball, and BYU got the ball back. So 2 turnovers on 1 play. Pretty crazy scene. Michigan State upset Miami 38-17, and Michigan absolutely dismantled Northern Illinois 63-10. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you today for a NFL Week 2 recap.